Hi everyone, it's me again, Maddie. I wanted to just do a video. The glasses. The ring light. Oh my god, I don't know what the temperature is today. It's cooled down a bit where I live, but it was hot before. Okay, back to what I was saying. I wanted to talk about trying to find the right words. Hospitals when you have an eating disorder. Story time with hospitals. I hope you never have to go to the hospital. Sorry if you knew my dad. I hope to God you never have to go to a hospital because it's not fun. And I really hope so. So I went a few times for different reasons ish. In high school I went 5 times and I stayed 5 times. I don't recommend it. Yeah. Okay, so the first time I went was for my eating disorder. And I literally went to the ER of my local children's hospital. And the ER doctor told me I was fine. I was 15. I was less than 80 pounds. And they couldn't get an IV in me. They could not get an IV. Took them like 4 people, I don't even remember. And the reason that I didn't have an eating disorder is because when they asked me if I had body image issues, and I said no, I hate the way I look. And they pretty much told me, then change. And I looked at them and I'm like, I'm 15. I've been this way my whole life. Do you think if that was the answer, I would have changed by now? I'm trying to be polite, but I'm like, seriously, if that was the answer, that was so easy to understand. I would have never thought of it. But yeah, I'm just like, if I thought of that, then why didn't I think of that already? And my dad called my doctor, my primary doctor, and she got me in, and yeah. Oh, sorry, I made like this, I have like this thing that this is the first one I ever made. And I realized that I made this one 3 and this one 2, and that's why this one is so much bigger. I have dyslexic brain. It's kind of funny. And then like this one didn't get attached or something. I don't know. This one turned out decent. Kind of melted a little more than I wanted it, but I kind of like it. It's a little nicely. This is supposed to be a bone. I don't know if you can tell that. But okay, back to what I was saying. So she called the saying that this girl needs medical treatment, and just because she doesn't have a body image issues does not mean she doesn't deserve medical treatment. She has an eating disorder, and like my doctor said, there's not just eating disorders based on body image issues, and she has one of them. So discriminating, no, it's not allowed. And I got admitted 3 a.m. in the morning. That's when the bed finally woke up. I went into the ER around 6ish. Didn't get admitted to a bed till 3 a.m. and around 3:30. So they put the feeding tube in. Haven't slept because if you've ever been to an ER, you can't sleep. You can't. You learn to sleep in a hospital, but an ER is a totally different story. Trust me on that. So yeah, I get admitted, my feeding tube, I get my IV, I get everything. and your girl. And then about 2.5 hours later, after I try to fall asleep in my newfound space that I've never been before, around 5:30, they wake me up to take my blood, which happens for the next couple days because I'm there for like a little over a week. 5:30 every day, I'm waking up to get my blood drawn, which wasn't like that bad, but it was just like, really, you could have just delayed it a little bit, like seriously. And then I try to go back to sleep, and about not even 2 hours later, doctors come in. And I've had, for the first day, I think you get a bunch of doctors. I hadn't slept more than probably like 30 hours. Not even. I don't know, maybe 4 at least. And by 4 p.m., I literally say, "Are you the last doctor?" And they're like, what do you mean by that? And I said, I haven't slept more than 4 hours. I just want to know before I go back to sleep and get woken up again. And the woman's like, oh, I'm most likely the last one for a while, so you just go take a nap. I'm like, thank you. It's 4 p.m. at night. 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and I'm finally getting some sleep. But yeah, I was tired. I think like the thing that I wonder why these didn't really attach as closely to this one. I don't know. I'm like trying to figure out things and I don't know what I'm trying to figure out. Back to what I was saying. So, I stay there for a couple days. I'm there for a little over a week, usually. For a little over a week. I get into a routine. Breakfast is around 7:30, 8 usually. You meet with a nutrition and dietitian your first day. They see what you usually eat, and they prefer not to give you that food. It's great. At that moment didn't help. She gave me literally one meal that I would eat my entire time there. So yeah. But for me, it was just like, you could have at least put in some other meals that I like, kind of thing, like to be nice. But no, she couldn't do that. So yeah, that was fun. And then doctors, therapy, more food. It's kind of routine. This is December, by the way. So children's December gets Christmas presents donated. And if you stay for a certain amount of time in a children's hospital at Christmas time, they usually will end up giving you gifts. They go around in a cart and you get to pick a few out. I still have those things to this day. And yeah. So I ended up getting a few gifts because really they were free because they were donated, but my stay wasn't free. So, yeah. And it just passes the time when you're bedbound for pretty much most of the time you're there. You can't get up unless you go to the bathroom. You can't do much because you can't exercise. You can't do any of this. So, and their TV is mostly children's stuff. So I think 2 days in, I told my dad, I said, bring my laptop. And then he brought my laptop and I said, I was watching NCIS and I'm like, I'm 15. My nurse comes in, she's like, oh, what are you watching? I'm like, NCIS. She's like, you couldn't handle the kid shows. I'm like, no ma'am. I'm 15. You only had 3 items under teens. Mean Girls, which is an interesting one. Back to the Future, which I watched Mean Girls too. And Zombies, the Disney movie, which I've heard they're making a 4th one, which is really stop. I watched the first one, kind of cute. I don't know if it was there or not. I don't remember. It probably was. And the second one, because I had watched the first one, I was like, oh, I'll watch it. I didn't watch the third one, and I won't watch the fourth one. No. God, I will not. The first one was kind of cute. Then they brought werewolves, and then they brought zombies. I don't even know what they're gonna bring in now. So, vampires, I don't know. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I watched all those 3 movies, and that was it. That I really wanted to watch. It was just like, I don't want to watch anymore. So it's like, bring my laptop. I'm watching Insidious or whatever I can find. Kind of thing. I was like, please, for my sanity's sake. For my sanity's sake, please. And then about my parents switched out because I was 15, so I was underage, from staying in my room. A couple days my dad would stay, and my dad's 6'4", so he didn't actually fit on the couch they gave. So he'd go home and he would go home and sleep in a bed, and my mom would come in and she'd sleep on the couch. Yeah, I lucked out the day that so I woke up about 4 in the morning, and I felt sticky and wet. I felt sticky and wet, and I didn't know what was. It was dark, minus the little bit of light that I had coming in my room from the hallway, and the outside, which I think, I'm breaking it. I should probably stop what I'm doing. But I wake up and I'm like, Mom. And my mom only wakes up and says, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'm sticky and wet. And she goes and fumbles and puts on the light, and I'm like, oh my God, my feeding tube came undone. And I mean, I don't know when it came undone, and they didn't blame me, because it happens. It detaches. Because for me, I had my feeding tube on from about 9:30, 10 to about 7 a.m. in the morning. And I had it all night. It was going all night. 7:30. So for me, I was just kind of used to it at that time. So I didn't think anything of it. But I just woke up and I'm like, my hair is sticky. I'm sticky. And my bed is wet and sticky. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, am I like dreaming or something? And I wake up and I'm like, I wake my mom up. And no, it was my feeding tube that came undone. That was that. And for me, it was just like, we call my nurse and nurse on call for me at the time. She goes and changes my sheets because I needed new ones. And I went to take a shower because it was like from like probably like here down was in my hair. That's all that was sticky. It was like, and my hair was longer than it is right now. But yeah, it was just like, there's a problem. I had an IV in this arm, which meant I could not move it because it was right here. And I had a bag all up my arm because I couldn't get it wet. And I had heart monitors on my chest, which I also couldn't get wet. And by the way, I was also not allowed to stand while taking a shower. Do you know how hard that is? And I'm sitting there trying to wash my hair, and I literally say, Mom, please come help. Pretty please. And she comes, she washes my hair, she gets all the sticky stuff out of my hair. I'm like, thank you. And she gives me a new gown, my bed's clean. I literally had like my childhood stuffed animals there just because, I don't know, maybe I just felt like home. I like stuffed animals. You can hate me in the comments for that, but I like stuffed animals. Squishmallows are my favorite to collect. Or Disney stuffies, because I love Disney. But I'm just like, I have my childhood stuffies that I had when I was like a baby with me, just because it was like a little bit of home that I had that I didn't know and everything. And I was there a long time. So yeah, I was just like, and she was like, I gotta go call the doctor to see like what I have to do, because like we don't know how long this baby's been out, and I'm not blaming you. Like, they didn't blame me, they're just like, it happens, it's not your fault kind of thing. Why is this so much longer than this one? I don't know. That is so weird. I'm so sorry talking about that, but yeah, so it was just like, yeah, that was my fun. And then so yeah, I ended up, and then I had to walk again. I was allowed to walk again. I actually met some famous people because I came from politicians from both parties. Well, not really. So I don't know if you know this, but I live in Northern Virginia, so I'm close to DC. So the hospital that I went to at Children's was the one that the first ladies come every Christmas to read a story to the kids that was written, children's stories. I'm kind of older. This would have been when Trump was in office, and I don't care if you're not a Trump fan. It's annoying. I get it. But his wife, Melania, we had a whole conversation. She's very nice. So you can hate her and the Republican Party, and I don't care. But she brightened my day. She talked for me for a bit. She went around talking to kids. I think, like my parents said, she's more that kind of person than the politics side person. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Caring about people and everything. She's very nice. And the second person, actually, I didn't fully meet him. I saw him. He was Obama. So Obama was supposed to visit the whole hall that I was on. And there was just one little hiccup. Most of the hospital wasn't supposed to know that he was going to be on that floor. And nurses found out, and they flooded the floor, so he only met 2 kids. I just happened to. So I had to have a nurse watch me in my room every time I had a meal. Even if I sat there for like 30 minutes and didn't eat anything. She had to be there. And she looked at me and she says, this is the same nurse I've had pretty much the whole time. She's like, you're not gonna eat anything. I'm like, not really, no. She's like, do you want to go outside and see if we can see not Biden. I don't know why I just said Obama. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. Because she's like, you're not gonna eat anything, and I don't see you. You have like 10 minutes left, so it's like, we'll just go see. So I saw him. He did feel bad. He actually came out and told kids that he felt bad that he didn't get to meet you all. He didn't like fully blame them, but he didn't also say like, you really did let me only meet 2 of the kids that were in the hospital for medical reasons. And I think he understood, yeah, I know I'm a political figure and I'm famous, but the kids are more important, kind of thing, like what he was trying to say. Not saying that the nurses are important, because they really keep that hospital together. But at the same time, I'm like, that's what he was just like apologizing, and people are like, no, you're fine. You're fine, kind of thing. So yeah, the end of my stay, they pretty much, once I was allowed to walk, and I walked, and I was fine to go, I had 2 options. Either have a feeding tube on my nose for a few months, or go to a eating facility for a few months. I chose the eating facility, and that will be probably in another video just because this video is like 20 minutes long and I don't want to keep going. It's a separate hospital, so it's not the same hospital. I chose the eating facility, and when I explain what happened there, I really should have taken the feeding tube. Sorry, I'm playing with the chairs today. But yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope you guys like and subscribe this video, and I hope you guys follow more for my journey of talking about ARFID, because that's the eating disorder I have. If you haven't seen the first video, go watch it and I'll explain a little bit of it. And I didn't explain in the last video, but I also have I have GERD, which is acid reflux, so that's great. And I also, the easiest way to describe it is that my brain, which is pretty much the thing that controls your whole body, doesn't talk to my stomach. My stomach and my brain don't connect, so I actually don't feel hungry properly, which I can go into like detail because I take a medication that stimulates my hunger every night, and I've been taking that since I was like in 5th grade. I'm 21. I think I started taking it when I was like 10. It's like 11 years on this medication, and I've tried to get off of it like crazy, and I literally just have it because my brain and my stomach do not connect properly. But nice. So that also, I think, dealt with some of my eating disorder. But yeah, I hope you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. I also wanted to ask, do you guys want me to do like little videos of me? I feel like there's something in my head. Okay. Of me doing like what I eat for dinner or something. It'd have to be on the nights that I don't work, which I work nights at a retail store, and usually on the end of the week and everything, but when school starts, and obviously I don't know when that's gonna be, but yeah, so I'm like, other than for those days, I can probably do it, but just comment down below if you would love to see that, because I just want to know. Like, I'm thinking to start a series on trying new food, but I'm also trying to find a dietitian right now. So yeah, it's gonna be fun too. But so I'm trying to think of like, do you guys want me to get some new food to try, or like vlog, like do a little short or something, or like seeing what I make for dinner for someone with an ARFID who's pretty texture and stuff oriented. So I just want to say, I literally had a taco bowl last night after work. It was delicious. I love taco bowls. I can't actually have more than mild because with acid reflux, my stomach cannot handle medium or spicy food. Like, I can't have it. I will throw up. Actually, I will throw up. I can't take soda because I'll throw up that. Which is funny. I'm 21 and I can take alcohol, but I can't take soda. That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. You would think I could take alcohol, but I can't. So, yeah. I also didn't mention in the last video, but I also have been tested. I'm a super smeller and super taster, which I think the super smeller is kind of going away, but I still smell things that people don't smell. And my parents are like, what do you smell? And I'm like, disgusting stuff. Like, I don't know. Your girl can smell a fart when no one's farted. I think the cats are the ones that are farting. That obviously they can't tell me, but I think they are. Because my parents don't smell this. I go into a room, haven't been in it half most of the day, and I'm like, what is that obnoxious smell? My parents are like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's a smell, and it's disgusting. So yeah, that's me. And then I'm also, super taster means, okay, so if you have taken anatomy, if you're not, or biology, I am actually a biomedical engineer with a minor in biology, so I'm taking both. So for me, I kind of, but your tongue, actually, if you taken psychology in college, at least you probably would have mentioned it. Here's your tongue. So you have a bunch of taste bud sensors on your tongue. Someone who is a super taster has more than a common person. So yeah, they technically have more than a common person. So food can be if it's very seasoned, I get sick. My tongue goes on fire, but my stomach gets sick, so I can't have super seasoned food. I can't have spicy food. I can't have very sour food. Very sweet food. Even though I love cola cake. My mom's entire family's from the South. I'm from Virginia, and my dad's half family's from the South. So Southern food is delicious to me. I've had friends hate like food. I'm like, you've never had good food. But yeah, so I love cola cake, but it can be so sweet sometimes, but it's so good. I will be honest with you. I have some interesting things that I like, even though I have ARFID. Pretty much 3. Lamb. Yeah. That is so good. Maybe it's 2. Alligator. Fried alligator. Oh my god. So good. So good. Okay, so if you're gonna tell me it tastes like chicken, you're wrong. You've never had it good. If it's too chewy, it's not good dry. It's so good. I also like calamari, so I guess that's there. It's kind of odd. Really delicious. So good. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there's one other thing, but that's kind of odd to people that I have ARFID. But okay, if you're wondering why I've tried alligator, my mom's in Florida, hence alligator. They used to be at like family events because I had an uncle who would fish and hunt, and he got alligators and cook it up. Oh my god, it was so good. I've had it in restaurants, small little restaurants in the South that have alligator. Usually it's delicious. So yeah, don't go to big restaurants. They're not as good in the South. A couple of chains. Go to a one-stop shop. You won't regret it. It's so good. But yeah. So that's me. If you guys like it, subscribe, like, comment, like, and subscribe and comment. If you have any questions about my hospitalization, actually ask any questions you want, to be honest. I might just do a Q&A or something, I don't know. But I'm going to probably make the next video on my eating facility things. I kind of rambled on for a bit about other things in my hospital. But yeah, hope you guys like it. Bye.